good morning. You are welcome to Good Vine online class. My name is Mr. David Atanda, and I'll be teaching you this morning social studies. Under social studies this morning, we shall be looking at a topic called negotiations. And as we proceed in this class, we are going to be looking at the situations that may need negotiations. And we are going to end this class with steps in successful negotiation. So what is negotiation? Negotiation is an official discussion between two or more people or group with the aim of reaching an agreement. One thing that should come into your mind when negotiation is concerned is that it is always an official discussion between two or more parties. It can be two or more individuals. This is when Mr. A is coming with Mr. B, or party A is coming with party B to reach a definite agreement. This is for instance now in our class, let's say Dr. Kamsin has a very specialist hospital, and at a certain time he needs some drugs to administer to the patients. So he reached out to Juwon Pharmaceutical Industry. Juwon Pharmaceutical Industry and Dr. Kamsin, they come together with some level of discussion which is called negotiation. Now the definite aim of that negotiation between the two of them is to reach an agreement which should be of great benefit for the two parties. So when negotiation is concerned, one thing that should come to your mind, one thing that should always bear in your mind, that the end product of every negotiation is an agreement that will be of great benefit to the two parties. So let's look at the situations that may need negotiations. Number one, when there is a conflict and there is need for a peace. When there is a conflict and we need peace. Let me tell you a next story that happened some years back. It's the story of Bakassi Peninsula. Bakassi Peninsula is a region, is a border between Nigeria and Cameroon. The two countries, I mean Nigeria and Cameroon, because one thing you should know in your mind is that this Bakassi Peninsula we are talking about is a territory, is a region that they discover crude oil. So Nigeria government lay claims to it, Cameroon government lay claims to it. So the two countries, they are at loggerheads. They are loggerheads as to who is the real owner of this Bakassi Peninsula because of the mineral resources that is found there. So on March 29, 1994, the Cameroonian government proceeded to the International Court of Justice so that they could solve the conflict between the two countries, because this land had been as a result of this land, the two countries are at loggerheads. The two countries always sent troops, soldiers to go and fight each other, and as a result of that, many lives and properties were lost. So on March 29th, 1994, the Cameroonian government went to the International Court of Justice, and on 10th October 2002, the International Court of Justice proceeded and gave the judgment that the Bakassi Peninsula belongs to the Cameroonian government. So even as at that, the Nigerian government, they are not happy with the verdict. So there is still tussle between the two parties, not until June 13, 2006, when the United Nations Secretary, in the person of Kofi Annan, called the two presidents of the two countries, in person of Chief Olusegun Obasanjo and Paul Biya of Cameroon. The two of them came together with Kofi Annan. They met at New York City, at USA, and they negotiated. They came to a peaceful resolution. Not until then, that was when the Nigerian government decided to release the Bakassi Peninsula to the Cameroonian government. On August 14, 2008, Nigeria eventually handed over the Bakassi Peninsula to them. Now, that is a good example of negotiations. The two parties have to come together in order to stop the incessant killings of innocent citizens, innocent soldiers at the war front over this this land, this mineral resources, this Bakassi Peninsula. In a case of incessant conflict and when peace is needed, there is need for negotiation. Negotiations in this aspect can be between two towns or two towns. It can be between two countries, as the case be between Nigeria and Cameroon. It can be between two villages. So when there is peace, when there is conflict, and there is need for us to seek for peace, then we need to come to negotiate. We need to come to a round table and talk. Number two is contract situation. In a contract situation, there is need for you to negotiate. For instance, you have a company and you need to hire laborers to come and help you work in your farm, work in your company. So you have to do what? To employ people. In such cases, those people that you are giving out the contract to, it may be a building project, it may be anything. You and those people, you have to come together and negotiate together. You have to negotiate as per how their wages and salary are going to be. Number three, rent situations. In a case of renting a land, renting a house, or any properties, there is need for, between the owner and the person that is going to rent the house, there is need for negotiation. Number four, conduct situations at school. When there is improper conduct between students, or there is rift-raff between classes. For instance, JSS1 and JSS2, they have a misunderstanding between, it may be a case of simple duster. Then the two class captains can come together and settle it through the process of negotiations. It can involve the two class teachers coming together so that the case may be settled. So the two class teachers will come together and say, okay, this duster, let us leave it for my children. Let the other class, let them go and get their own dusters. That is negotiation. Number five, in a trade situation between a buyer and a seller, the buyer coming together with the seller, telling him, this is how much I can avoid, this is how much I want to sell my pet, how much are you going to sell it to me? Okay, buy it 800 naira. That process is called negotiation. Then in marriage situations sometimes, many a times, involves negotiation about the bride price. Even the couple, the intending couples, before their marriage, they negotiate on where to settle down their family after marriage. So marriage situations warrant negotiation. Number seven is business situations, as I've made example when I was defining negotiation for you. The case of Dr. Kamsin in a specialist hospital wanting to get some drugs from Dr. Juwon pharmaceutical industry. So they are going to come together and discuss. That discussion they are going to do is what we call negotiations. What are the steps in a successful negotiation? Number one, identify the problem. When you want to negotiate, the first thing to do is to do what? To identify the problem. For instance, my hospital needs some drugs. That is a problem. In the case of the Bakassi Peninsula I told you about, the problem is the incessant killing of our soldiers. The problem is the incessant killing of our soldiers. It is incessant killing of innocent citizens that are living around the area. So that is a problem. You identify the problem. Number two, make sure that the two individuals are present or they are represented. Don't do anything without the involvement of the second party. The two parties, the two groups, the two individuals, they must be present when the negotiation is going on. Number three, the venue for the negotiation must be convenient. You must choose an appropriate environment that would not be under duress. A very good and serene environment that will make negotiation process convenient for the two parties. At that environment, the two parties can state their terms and conditions very clearly. Number four, each parties involved must be treated with respect. They must be treated with respect. There must not be bias and prejudice. There must not be any kind of favoritism or nepotism. What is good for the youth is good for the gender. So you must hold that at the back of your mind in the negotiation process, that each party must be treated with what? Respect. Number five, Both parties must be given equal opportunity to clearly express their terms and conditions. The two parties, they must be given equal opportunity, equal rights, no partiality this time around. Each parties must come together to give their terms and their conditions. Number 6, there must be 2 or 3 witnesses. This is very important. There must be 2 or 3 witnesses that must bear witness to the agreement. You know, it's an agreement. It's a final agreement. So, as at the time, for instance, in the business trade of selling a particular land, there must be witnesses all around that would bear witness that at so point Mr. David Atada sold his land to Mr. Olabayo. So there must be witnesses. Number 7, listen patiently to all the grievances, the complaints, the evidences, the experiences of both parties. You must listen carefully. You that is coming as a third party, the third party must listen patiently to their grievances. This is what they must pour out their mind. They must pour out everything that has caused the conflict, what they've experienced so far, the damages that has been incurred upon them as a result of the conflict. They must come together and negotiate all these things. Then number 8, which is the final one, consult people with experience and skill in negotiation process. When it comes to consult people, third party that can help you. There are people that are specially blessed when it comes to negotiation. They can negotiate, especially when it comes to buying things. Some people are very, so you can Some people are very, so you can consult them to help you out. Do not forget that when it comes to negotiations, as I started, it is an agreement. It is a discussion, official discussion between two parties. In order, the end product is to reach an agreement. So in this class, I told you that negotiation is an official discussion between 2 or more people or group with the aim of reaching an agreement. What are the situations that may need negotiation? Number 1, when there is conflict and we need peace. Number 2, during a contract situation, there is need for negotiation. Number 3, when there is rent situation. You want to rent a property, then we negotiate. Number 4, when there is conduct situations at school, behavioral situation at school, then we negotiate. Number 5, trade situations. You want to buy something, you want to sell something, you and your buyer, the buyer and the seller, they come together and they negotiate. Number 6, when during marriage situations, then we negotiate. The husband family, the bride family, the groom family, they come together and they negotiate. Number 7, business situations. Business situations warrant negotiations. What are the steps in successful negotiation? Number 1, I told you, you identify the problem. Number 2, you make sure the 2 individuals are present, the individual party, they are present or they are represented. Number 3, the venue for negotiation must be convenient. Number 4, each party involved must be treated with respect. Number 5, both parties must be given equal opportunities to clearly express their terms, agreement, their terms and conditions. Number 6, there must be witnesses. There must be witness all around to bear witness to the negotiation process. Number 7, listen as a third party, as an intermediary, listen patiently to all grievances, the conflict and evidence by both parties. And the last one is consult people with experience and skill in negotiation process. Wow. So far so good. Today we've come to the end of class. Don't forget, I want you to go through your notes. I'll be sending the notes to your WhatsApp group very soon. And please do not forget to do your assignments that is going to be displayed at the end of this video. God bless you. Stay safe. I love you. Bye. See you later. Bye bye.